ahead of my car. I really don't think that's fair.
Unfortunately, it's still your responsibility to let you have sufficient funds to actually do your journey.
I appreciate that, but I just got the train. Can I not just pay the ticket to get there? I mean, I think it's really unfair that you were just making that assumption.
I'll call my supervisor and he'll explain it to you better. I'm sorry. That, I'm afraid, is the rules.
But I never had that before in my life, so like I think it's really unfair because it's not like I'm not actually willing to pay the ticket. You just issue me a ticket just because I've never had that in my life. I seriously just find that really disturbing. Really, it's not fair. Really, because it's not like I'm not willing to pay my ticket.
Kevin, if you finish there, can you just come down this side, please? I'll be dealing with that. I'm afraid that is the rules. You can appeal against it, but that's the rules.
I am willing to pay for my fare, and you're telling me now I can't. You have to issue me a ticket.
Penalty automatically, which is more expensive ticket.
But I don't understand that. I don't understand why if I was trying to cheat the system, then yeah, but I'm not. And I think it's really unfair.
The terms and conditions of your oyster, and this is as soon as what you use.
But I really thought I had more money in my, and I'm willing to put more money into it. I thought I had more money inside of it. I saw that number one is first going to East Croydon. I needed to jump because I'm working.
So your responsibility.
Yeah, but that's I never had that before. So it's not like, you know, I can understand that you're telling me this now, but now I know. But I never heard that before, and I think it's really disturbing that you actually want to issue me a ticket so willingly when I'm actually willing to pay for my ticket. I just find that really unfair, and I think you're just trying to. I don't understand it. Job's worth for what? I mean, if I was being cheated, yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand that.
I've got two options. Basically, I'd issue with a penalty fee or unfortunately for fair evasion. Something like that.
I don't agree with that. No, I'm not willing to do that.
I'm going to ask you for your name, surname, and
I just find that really unfair.
That is the rules and regulations of your oyster.
No, I need to speak to your supervisor because I just find that really unfair.
You'll still tell you the same thing.
Well, no, I need to speak to your supervisor because I never heard that before. I'm willing to pay for my ticket. So what is the actual fare? The ticket that you're going to give me?
It's a £20 penalty fee.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Let me just speak to you. That's absolutely disgusting.
You've actually signed up to the Oyster card and to the Oyster card terms and conditions.
Yeah, but I have some money in it, and all I needed.
On it and that's
but I didn't know I only had 50 pence on it. Okay?
Would you just have your details there, please?
No, I'm not willing to give you my details when you've been like this. I don't understand. You give me a £20 ticket when I'm willing to pay for my fare. Do you not realise that?
For everyone, I'm afraid.
I just think you're really unfair. I think you're that's absolutely disgusting. I don't understand that.
The lady's trying to. By law, you have to provide me with your details.
But I'm disputing the fact that I'm having to.
You can dispute that you've got 21 days in Independent Penalty Affairs Appeal Services to dispute it.
No, I just want to speak to your supervisor before anything else, please.
Okay. But for the time being, can we have your details, please?
I need to speak to your supervisor before that because I think you're being really unfair. Because it's not like.
Alisa.
Yeah, sure. The gentleman saying that he wants to issue me a fare because I haven't got enough money. All I said I was going to talk about my own stuff because I'm only going to East Croydon.
The problem is once you come on the train,
but I didn't know that. I just saw the train going, the first train going to East Croydon. I'm jumping in it. Every time that has happened, I had to talk back.
But those times are the times we don't come across you on the train.
But I didn't know that, you see. But I never knew that before. So
that is why you need to come and voice this today. You can make an appeal against this decision.
But I find that really unfair because I'm willing to pay my fare. And I don't understand. I have to pay £20 for an extra.
It's going to be £20. You don't have to pay the £20.
That's not the point though. I find that really unfair. That's not the point, that the £20, okay? It's not the money, it's the principle of it.
Yeah, the principle of it is that
because it's not like I'm cheating the system.
It's not the one that establishes the regulation. And the regulation is that before you come on the train, you need to have a proper ticket. If you don't have a proper ticket when you come on the train, you have to go through this procedure. And one of the procedures is that you can equally.
But if it was a ticket holder here, I could have bought my ticket. I'm not aware that.
We are revenue protection, we're not conductors.
So what if I actually saw the conductor before I saw you? I mean, that's really unfair.
Yeah,
You're putting me in a predicament where I'm having to pay a fine for something that I'm not even. Do you know what I mean? Fair enough if you're catching someone who's trying to cheat the system, but you're trying to do me.
I'm going to ask you for your name, surname, and address, please.
Well, I'm not willing to give you one before I speak to my.
Mind calling through to British Transport Police, please. Thank you.
It's absolutely horrendous what you're trying to do. Why? Because you're having to actually tick your boxes. Are you doing your job right? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Because you're meant to actually have. Do you know what it's actually? I'm on the train at East Croydon, and the revenue guy is actually charging me £20 because I didn't have enough money on my oyster. Exactly. I'm absolutely, because he needs to show that he's doing his job right, ticking all the right boxes, so he can go back to government and show that he's doing his job when I'm willing to pay the ticket. But it's ridiculous because I've only had 50p in my oyster, which I didn't know because I saw the ticket, the train. It's not right. No, it's not, because it's not. Well, what? No, it's not. It's not. It's within East Croydon. They're not gonna do it because it's not out of town, babes. It's in East Croydon. If it was out of town, they would have issued me. Because apparently I have to have the full ticket on when East Croydon is within London anyway. And I said I was going to top up anyway, but apparently you have to have the money inside your oyster, which I've never had that before. So it's not like they. And me too. As I said, it happened to me loads of times. Oh, but you've never been caught. So how am I supposed to know all the little rules and regulations? Like,
let's check out ticket.
I've already explained it to the lady. So basically, she's not refusing.
I mean, I'm just like, I'm flabbergasted because it's not like I'm not willing to pay for the ticket. They're just really keen to pay me for them to issue a ticket of £20 so they can show that they're actually doing the right thing. So they can go back and say, oh, we caught someone who's actually not even cheating the system. Right. Go around and find other people.
Have you given their name and address?
She's refusing to provide the details, so we call through Transport Police. I'm not even going to go further now.
Exactly. They can even check my history. It's not even about. I'm really annoyed.
Okay, I will explain to you the reason why.
I've been explained, but I never knew that before.
You
so you
know.
can. No, I didn't,
Okay.
because
So
I've never been.
Okay, so do you believe that ignorance of the law means that you're not guilty?
Well, you see, I never actually, in the past,
I was
an
asking you a
inspector.
question. I was asking you a question. Do you believe because you're ignorant of the law, you're not guilty?
I think that's actually really an unfair statement to make. I don't actually agree with that statement, to be fair, because it's not
No, I
like
was
you know
asking you
every
a
single
question
rule
whether
and
you
law
believe-
of this country.
Whether you believe or not.
Well, I'm asking you that then.
Right. If you're
Because you know all the laws and rules.
If you're
You're working for that company.
If you're ignorant of the law on the railway, then we will explain to you what happened.
But you see,
You're
you're trying to
5.
basically take 20 quid of me, which I'm willing to, you know what, you can have your money, but the whole point is actually, you're catching one person who's traveling to go to East Croydon, which you can see, I've got my
50
oyster,
on it.
this is my bloody oyster, don't hold
Actually,
it.
it belongs to the
Okay,
railways.
well, thank you, no, it's my oyster.
Okay,
belongs
the reason why they charge you
But
is-
the whole
the reason
point
why
is
they
that
charge
you
is
guys
because-
actually going and catching someone who's actually a proper citizen and leaving all
No.
the idiots who's
Well,
actually stealing
at
you.
this moment in time, you're a ferry evader.
But I
Have
know.
you paid for all of your journey?
But listen,
Have
I
you got
only
enough money
realized I
left to
have
pay for your
50p
journey?
inside. I was gonna top up before you even come out
So
from
when
the
you get
exit.
to- when
Or
you
if
get
there was an
to-
inspector,
okay.
I've never in my life before I've heard that.
Okay. So when you get to East Croydon, you've not paid from the end of zone 2 to zone 5, and 50p is not enough.
Yeah. Do you understand?
for that.
I didn't know I
That's
only
why
had
the railway-
50p. But I only okay. I appreciate that. Okay,
That's
so
why they have the right to charge you.
I
£20.
appreciate that, but I was only gonna top up before I even. So it would still come out for my money. If I tapped out, okay, it probably I don't know whether it would let me or not, but I would have to top it
No,
up.
it wouldn't let you out.
Right, and then I could actually make a payment.
No, because when you go to the ticket office now, they check it. They say you've got 1 and 2, and they'll say to you it's a £20 fine.
Because you travel beyond the validity of
Because you
your
travel beyond the validity.
But then you need to advertise that to everywhere, where then people know, so you don't actually charge £20, so you can actually make your wages.
The reason why they don't have to advertise it, because on National Rail we use paper tickets. Ken Livingston said you can use an Oyster. So this company does not have to. If you choose to use Oyster.
Oh, so it's basically just having your company has these rules.
No, it's
No, all National Rail.
No, because I've travelled to East Croydon before.
If you travel on the underground, because
You can't go on the underground with East Croydon.
No,
you can go on the overground.
Right, if you travel on the underground, because you have an Oyster card, underground allows you to go into minus balance for some reason, but the National Rail doesn't.
I think you are about that.
Private company.
okay.
So they'll issue you a £20 fine, and if you feel so strongly about it,
Yeah, can I have your details before both
5
of you?
seconds, please don't tear anything out of my page. This is a legal document.
You can't tear it. You don't have to give your address if you're paying in full, but he'll also show you how to go about making an appeal
Against the
which you can
process.
vent your anger at who you're upset with. You can vent it to them. They'll read it. They'll get back to you and they'll say, "Well, madam, you are
Either
wrong."
yay or nay.
Or they say, "Madam, we'll give you back your money." Or they say, "Madam, we'll subtract the difference from the £20 and we'll refund you the difference." Okay, which is it's going to issue you this. So when you get to East Croydon, this is actually going to be your ticket for your journey, because you haven't got a ticket for all of your journey. So they have the right to issue this one. So when you get to East Croydon, you show them this, then you're going to have 21 days to write to them here, tell them you're not happy, tell them you don't think it's advertised clearly enough.
That's
And
the
then
address you need to write
They
to.
have to write back to you within 7 working days.
I have to write back
No, they
Right.
will respond to you within 7 working days.
from the
They've got-
moment what?
From the moment they receive this.
You've got up to the 13th of next month to appeal against the process.
And out through your £20 back. Yeah. Now you can pay by cash or card. We don't take any money off your card for 2 weeks. So you've got. all
I'm not
that
willing to
time.
pay straight away. I want to appeal it before I actually pay
Right.
anything.
How the system works? You cannot appeal something that you've not.
Well, no, well, fair enough.
Okay.
I'm not actually paying you any money
Alright.
before I actually do.
Okay. Right. So what happens is no, don't close it yet. What happens is what you can do. You can say I've not paid from zone 1 to zone 2. So I'm going to pay you the difference, which let's just say, for
And
instance, is
appeal against
£3. So that means, so we will still be a £20 charge, but we'll take £3 off you. You'll
You've
owe
got 21
17,
days to
and
pay
then
the
you've got
rest.
17. You've got 21 days to make your appeal and
I'm willing
say
to do that, but I think
why.
your colleague here is inadequate, and that if it wasn't for you here, he wouldn't have known any of these things. So I am willing to do that, and thank you very much for being here, but I think that you have no idea what you're doing.
Oh well, this is my colleague. He's been doing
Your
it for a
colleague,
while,
your
and
colleague was
he
actually
does-
closing this, and he's pissed off. So he's not actually acting like you. You meant to actually
Sorry.
deal with the general public.
I've been actually quite.
No, you haven't.
No,
and I'm not even
yes, I
willing
have.
to. No, you haven't.
All right.
I just think you have a stronger personality than he does. He has to be polite, and he
I
has
have to be polite, but unfortunately, you've. No, I'm not going to do this. No, I'm not going to do this. That's what you said the whole
He's
time.
actually a nice guy. Okay, take the £3 and
Okay. You have to
do
provide us with your details.
Provide your name and address in
Just
order to make
verify for me,
a part
please.
payment.
And I have to provide you with my address when you said I don't have to do that now.
No, but
if you're paying in full,
it's a
then
part
you don't
payment,
have
so
to,
basically
but
they
because
need
you're
your
making a
details.
part payment, the way they have to correspond
Right,
with you, then
sure.
they need your name and address. Where are you travelling to, by the way?
East Croydon.
It's Croydon.
Alisa. Ali. Alisa.
Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
You got your
Good
phone?
morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just coming into East Croydon. Please change here for Gatwick Airport, South Coast, Coachman and Tackman Corner. Please mind the gap between the platform and the train. Thank you.
1 week. You want me to put it through to support services? Okay.
Transport, very complicated in England now because they've all been privatised and so on, so different things, okay? So don't take it personally, it's just your job is to sure that's the correct one anyway.
That's why I started writing it down. So, what is that? That part of it?
Tower.
Oh, that's fine.
We are now approaching East Croydon. Please mind the gap between the platform and the train.
Hello, Sierra Romeo
282.
282.
Just need
Echo 8. 3 Alpha Hotel.